Hello everyone. Welcome to the 9th Arise and Shine World University Student Bible Webinar. This age is the age of content. With the development of content sharing platforms such as YouTube, anyone can easily share their own creations. As a result, a lot of content has poured online. In this sea of content that continues to grow amongst many people, contains the unique characteristics of its creator. Innovative planning, witty subtitles, and the character's unique tones and gestures. These characteristics combine to create successful content. This becomes the creator's signature. Through his signature, he can gain stardom. In the same way, in our world, there is a consistent signature. This signature can be found in space, in nature, even in our own bodies. These characteristics point us to the creator of our world. Who is he? Find out in today's webinar.
Hello everyone and welcome.
Thank you all for joining us.
We're excited to bring you today's topic.
Yes, today we will learn about the creator. Since we've been home more due to the coronavirus pandemic, the number of people watching YouTube has increased, right?
Yes, that's why our Bible webinar also is streaming via YouTube.
That's right. As platforms such as YouTube become active, more and more people express their individuality or message through videos. According to YouTube's official statistics, as of 2020, more than 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Wow. It can be said that the human nature to express oneself is being expressed through YouTube.
You're right. In fact, creators express their thoughts and feelings not only through video, but also through much more diverse media, such as writing, photos, and drawings. You can discover the unique characteristics of the creator from their creations. This is especially noticeable in works of art. Do you know this piece of artwork?
Of course. Isn't that Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa?
Yes, it is. If you look at this painting, you can see that Da Vinci has a certain style through the use of color, facial expressions, and the background. It's his own characteristic. This next painting is called Card Player. Do you think this piece was created by Da Vinci?
No, they have different styles and completely different patterns.
That's correct. This is a painting by Pablo Picasso. Picasso's paintings have an abstract style. It's a different style and pattern from that of Da Vinci. Then this last painting is called Starry Night. Now, does this look like a Da Vinci or Picasso artwork?
This one looks like it was painted by a completely different artist.
You're absolutely right. This is Van Gogh's work. If you look closely, you will find that it has its own pattern. Van Gogh is known for using swirls in his background, which is created by using an effect with a tube of paint and smearing it onto the canvas.
Each artist has his or her own unique way of expressing the world.
That's right. These are the signatures of the aforementioned painters. Anyone who appreciates a work of art can quickly tell who made it by looking at the signature in the painting. So, other than the paintings we've seen so far, what about the world? Who created the universe, the earth, and life of all? Just as the style and characteristics of a painting tell us who its creator is, the unique features of the world can tell us who its creator is. The Bible lets us know this in Romans chapter 1, verse 19.
Romans chapter 1, verse 19. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse.
These verses mean the Creator's power and divine nature will be clearly shown in this world. It means you can discover God's own signature.
So in what part of the world can we find the signature of the Creator?
Let's find out. Here are 4 pictures: a galaxy, plant leaves, a human face, and DNA. At first glance, they seem to have nothing to do with each other. However, if you look closely, you can discover the signature of the Creator. So what is it? It has to do with the Fibonacci sequence, which is represented by the numbers in this picture. The Fibonacci sequence is a mathematical rule found in nature. It is a sequence that continues infinitely and is arranged by adding the previous 2 numbers. For example, 0 plus 1 equals 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and so on. What we need to note is the relationship that exists between the numbers in this sequence. This is what's called the golden ratio or the divine ratio, and has an approximate value of 1.618. In mathematical terms, this number is called phi. Additionally, if you draw squares in the Fibonacci sequence and connect the corners with an arc, you will create what's called the Fibonacci Spiral. In this figure, the sides of each square have values of the Fibonacci sequence. You can draw a Fibonacci spiral by drawing an arc between the squares. What is surprising here is that these golden ratios and Fibonacci spirals are found all over nature, as if they were created by someone. Even if you look at the human body alone, many parts are made up of the golden ratio. The 3 joints of your fingers, the length from the hand to the forearm, and the forearm to the shoulder are all within the golden ratio. Even a human face looks more beautiful the closer it is to the golden ratio. The length of our DNA is 34 angstroms wide and 21 angstroms long. These numbers are found in the Fibonacci sequence.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's not only the human body, but it's also nature. If you look how the seeds of a pine cone grow, there are 8 spirals in a clockwise direction and 13 spirals in a counterclockwise direction. And these numbers too are found in the Fibonacci sequence. As sunflower seeds also grow spirally in the numbers of the Fibonacci sequence, pineapples are the same as well. But let's broaden our perspective a little bit. Natural phenomena such as hurricanes also form Fibonacci spirals. Saturn's rings are formed according to the golden ratio. And if we look even more broadly, disk galaxies orbiting in space spiral in the same arrangement found here on Earth. In the human body, in nature, and in space, we can find a series of signatures. These characteristics point to God, the original creator who made this world. If you look at the signature in the painting, you can know the creator without even looking at the names of Picasso, Da Vinci, or Van Gogh. Through the traces found in the human body, nature, and the universe, we can be sure of the existence of God who made all things. Let's go back to Romans chapter 1, verse 19.
Romans chapter 1, verse 19. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power, and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. It means God the Creator's existence is clearly shown through the creations of this world, so that men cannot give any excuses. Needless to say, everything in the world proves the existence of the Creator.
Yes, but there is one more surprising fact. Typically, people think God the Creator is only God the Father, right?
That's right.
However, the Bible tells us that God the Creators are 2, God the Father and God the Mother. Let's see this in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image and our likeness."
God the Creator called themselves us. This means God the Creator is not only one, God the Father. Then how many gods exist? We can find the answer to this question in the next verse.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them.
The Bible testifies that male and female were created in the image of God. Doesn't this mean God, who said us, is plural and exists in the male and female image? Until now, people have called the male image of God, God the Father. Then how should we call the female image of God? It should be God the Mother.
In other words, the God who created this world are God the Father and God the Mother, right?
Yes. Whoever wants to enter the kingdom of heaven by believing in God must not only believe in God the Father, but believe in God the Mother as well.
I agree. If you want to know more about God the Father and God the Mother who are testified in the Bible, please visit the official website for the Church of God at watv.org for more information. Thank you again for joining us for today's webinar, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.